Hi TPI family, I'm Scott and this is TPI Supplier Chats, where we get to know our preferred suppliers just a little bit better. I'm thrilled today to be joined by Rofl Logan, Sales Director for the Norwegian Coastal Voyage with Hurtigruten. Great to see you, sir.
Great to see you too.
How are you?
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in. Looking forward for you to have you share some great information and updates about Hurtigruten for our TPI family.
Sure. Happy to be here.
So let's just start. You guys are really revolutionizing the cruise industry. Why don't you tell us about that?
We're excited about that. Well, we just laid the keel February of 2017. Okay. At a shipyard in Norway to build the first ever hybrid cruise ship.
Nice.
Which is fantastic for us to set the bar for the industry.
Really starting that up, revolutionizing, right?
Yeah, really just revolutionizing. Yeah, let everybody, we set the bar, right. Now come on in.
That's it.
So we reduce on this ship, the ship will be named MS Roald Amundsen. Okay. Which is very appropriate because he was a pioneering explorer. And the ship will be as well. And it will be an explorer ship going into Antarctica initially in the 2018-19 season.
Okay.
But so the ship will have, just like a Prius, a Toyota Prius. It's going to have gas propulsion and electric propulsion.
As well? Wow.
Right. So we'll probably use the gas crossing the Drake Passage. Okay. Or it's actually biodiesel, and we spend more money. We buy low sulfur biodiesel. Nice. So, we do whatever we're based in Norway. Scandinavia is very green. So we really believe in reducing our carbon footprint. So the idea, cross the Drake Passage. When you get over there, turn off the diesel propulsion and go total electric, silence.
Wow.
So that we don't disturb the animals.
Love that.
You get that amazing experience of being in Antarctica and sailing in total silence. And we reduce our carbon emissions by 20%.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and we're in areas, very fragile areas of the earth. So it's important that you take that responsibility, set that bar, reduce the carbon emissions for the wildlife, for the planet, so that generations can do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, so we're really excited about it. We ordered actually 2 ships.
Okay.
And we have an option to build 2 more.
Nice.
So we do well. You guys sell those ships.
Right.
Get out there because you know what's hot. New ships, right?
Absolutely.
They're easy to sell.
They are.
And then, so if you got one that's revolutionizing the industry, there's a market for that. There's a market that buys specifically for that.
Right.
And so that's a good sales tip. Get it out there. Be the first to get the news out. We'll talk later about how they can get that news.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well. Let's talk a little about you. You're based in Norway as a company.
Correct. And
you have a Northern Lights promise. You're trying to promise something on nature, so I want to learn about this Northern Lights promise. Talk to us about that.
No. I think it was a bold move on our company's part. I guess it was 2 years ago that we initially launched that Northern Lights promise. What the promise is if you take a voyage between October 1st and March 31st, and you do not see the Northern Lights. And the voyage is the 12-day classic round-trip voyage that leaves from Bergen, goes up to Kirkenes, and comes back down. So if you take that 12-day round-trip voyage and you don't see the Northern Lights, then we'll give you a free half voyage next year. And that half voyage is a 6-day or a 7-day voyage that you would get free of charge the next year. Now here's the beauty, though.
Yes.
Is that last season, between October, we sail every day of the year. So we sailed on October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, blah, 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 all the way to March 31st. There were only 2 days in there where we didn't see the Northern Lights.
2 days of that whole season?
That's it.
Wow.
Otherwise, we saw, if you number one on people's bucket list is the aurora. They want to see the Northern Lights. So this is a great way to reach out, find out which of your customers has this number one on the bucket list. Suggest the Hurtigruten 12-day round-trip voyage. It's the winter season, so the prices are as low as it gets in the winter season. So you're going to pay a really competitive per diem, and they're going to get to see the Aurora Borealis, which is a completely spectacular experience unto itself. Yeah. So we're psyched about that, and we invite you to learn more about it. And I can tell you that a great time, if you want to suggest a month, One of the months I like is March.
Okay.
I tell you why. Because the day is split in half, daylight and night. 12 hours
Is it
daylight.
really? Okay.
Now, with that daylight, you get the fantastic coastal scenery
Wow.
of Norway. Just Google Hurtigruten photos, and you'll see the
okay.
most breathtaking
That tells the story and
landscape.
sells the story, I
Right.
have a feeling.
But you need darkness for Northern Lights.
Sure.
You know, if you sail with us in December above the Arctic Circle, it's total darkness.
Wow.
You know, so but maybe your clients don't want that extreme.
Right.
So I like March because half of the day is lit, 12 hours a day, and then 12 hours of darkness.
Nice.
So you get the coastal scenery, and then you get the Northern Lights. And the spring
Great.
equinox is a good time to focus them in on.
Good.
Because
That's great for our agents to
for
hear.
years,
When?
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been with Hurtigruten for 10 years.
Okay.
And every time I've sent a group up in and around that spring equinox time frame, they always see the Northern Lights.
Really?
Yeah,
great.
the only enemy of Northern Lights is cloudy sky.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Can
but
happen.
but half of the voyage is above the Arctic Circle. So the idea really is to maximize time above the Arctic Circle too. So I've had clients that had overcast skies, and then they added a pre or a post night in Kirkenes, Norway.
Okay.
And by doing so, they saw them on that last night.
Is that right?
Yeah, so by adding one night hotel, it's a good insurance policy
Sure.
for the clients to see the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
But, you know, you guys know you've got the clients. They've got their bucket lists. And don't forget that number one is the Northern Lights.
Right. Love it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that target customer. You've shared some great success
Yeah,
story
yeah.
with me. Why don't you share that with our agents
Sure.
so they can know who to go after?
The target customer, I would say, just generally speaking, is, you know, the age is getting younger and younger.
Good. Okay.
3 years ago, it was 55 plus for
Okay.
us. Now, really, it's about 40 plus.
Is that right?
Because
I know
we're
in that
getting
range.
an
I
activity
wanna go.
engager
Nice.
is the demographic is called.
Okay.
They like our sea kayaking, they like our dog sledding, they like our snowmobiling, the king crab safaris, they like snowshoeing, glacier crevicing, skiing. You know, all these active, we do a lot of shore excursions. We do over 75 shore excursions that TPI agents can book in advance. And many are active minded. So that demographic comes down pretty young.
Really?
Now,
Nice.
so that younger demographics, usually working professionals.
Okay.
And they do vacation. They like to get out in the outdoors. But otherwise, we're getting that baby boomer. You know, that's if they're low-hanging fruit, river cruisers. They like the small
good.
ships. They come on our ships because we have a fleet of small ships, so it's considered small in the industry, 650 passengers or less.
Okay. Good.
And so demographically, they have some college. They like to be educated. They like to learn when they travel. So they don't like to get dressed up. They like to be casual. They like to be out in nature. They're Audubon members. They're museum members. And alumni members. You know, so well-traveled, seasoned, that's pretty much our... And also if they've been to Alaska.
Okay.
You know, they went to
Yeah,
Alaska
similar.
for eagles, scenery. You know, we've got eagles in Norway.
Okay.
Yeah, and the wingspan of the sea eagle is 8 feet.
Oh, wow. Is it
8
really?
feet. 8 feet.
Okay.
And
something to see.
yeah, well, we have a sea eagle safari.
Oh, nice.
Where you get off the ship onto a fishing boat out in the Troll Fjord. The cliffs are as high as you can see. We start throwing chum, and the gulls come. And when the eagles see the gulls flying around the boat, they come from the sky. And then we throw fish out there, and they just swoop them.
Oh, wow.
But
Cool
imagine
experience.
8-foot wingspan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sea eagle. Usually right around that Arctic Circle area, we start to see sea eagles. So, but the client that likes Alaska, they're going to love Norway.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good
Yeah,
fit. Natural
exactly.
fit. So that river cruiser, that
Yeah.
Alaska, the adventurer.
That's right.
great.
And for groups,
Okay.
yeah, we get
for
museum groups.
Nice.
We get university groups, church groups, bank groups, some ethnic groups, Norwegian ethnicity, Scandinavian ethnicity.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we get those groups. And so, you know, we get a lot of group business, but and a lot are associated and affiliated with centers of learning, zoos,
Okay.
zoo groups. We get quite a few zoo groups that
Nice.
go to Antarctica. A lot of these groups are 501c not-for-profits.
Yeah, okay.
So they're very keen on raising funds. And what I've seen is that when they travel with us, there's a fundraising aspect
Is that
to the whole
right?
thing.
Okay.
They're traveling so that they can bond with their key members. And the key members contribute money. As a matter of fact, I've even had a zoo group that went to Antarctica that used the 2-week trip to raise money.
Is that right?
With their captive audience that they
Okay.
had, while in Antarctica.
I like it.
But so that's a word to the wise. If you get into groups, then get out, hit the streets, hit those museums, and it'll pay dividends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So where can our agents go to learn more about her?
Well, they would go to hurtigrutenagents.com.
Okay.
Okay. Now that's a mouthful. So if you want, you could go to hurtigruten.us, and you'll get to our U.S. homepage. You go to the bottom of the page, click on Travel Agents, and then you'll get to the Travel Agent page.
Nice.
Now at that page, you're going to have ready to customize PDF flyers.
Okay.
You'll have ready to customize emails. You will have pre-recorded webinars for training purposes. You could take our Amundsen travel agent training. It only takes about an hour if you're dedicated to it. You'll finish it, you'll become certified, and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card on your next booking. So you can get access to our travel agent booking engine on the same site, marketing tips, sales tips. It's a great place to go. It's built for you. We spend a lot of money on that site, updating it every year because we got a lot of new things going on.
Right.
But it's a great place for you to go and make your next Hurtigruten booking.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
groups, unique experiences, different places that you haven't been before. Visit hurtigrutenagents.com
That's right.
or hurtigruten.us to
Yeah,
get there.
that's right.
And learn more about
Yeah.
and learn more about Hurtigruten.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share in the waning moments of
Well,
the supplier chat?
I would just like to say that I've walked a mile in your shoes. Nice. I've owned a travel agency before in my career. I understand how competitive it is out there. And by selling Hurtigruten, we don't need tens of thousands of agents to sell us, just, thousands. And what that means is there's less competition for you out there. We have ways that your sales program can be fully customized. Just contact me. I'm your guy, Rofl Logan. My email is rolf.logan@hurtigruten.com, but I'm in your system.
Yes, we got you listed
Call
on our
me.
supplier listing as well.
Call me. I've been with the company for 10 years, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I'll give you a few simple steps, and you'll be earning commissions with a comma.
And we like hearing that.
Yes.
Absolutely. Commissions with a comma, guys. That's great. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
sharing
Scott.
these updates.
Much appreciated.
Rolf with Hurtigruten.
Thank
and
you.
That's our supplier chat. Thank you all for joining us.